Hi everyone, good morning, and I hope all of you are doing well and we'll have a great Sunday. Today we'll have some really amazing questions. I mean, even while I was preparing, I was pretty enthusiastic about sharing them with you. So, let's see what I've got today for you, and hope all of your preparation for UPSC 2020 is going on well. And let's start. Hello and welcome all to Let's Crack It UPSC CSE in English with Unacademy. I'm Siddhi Bangard, and a very good morning to everyone. And of course, you'll have a brilliant Sunday after these 15-20 questions that we do for today. So, I'm Siddhi Bangard. I have 3 years of teaching experience. I have appeared for 4 mains and an interview, and I did my postgrad from XLRI Jamshedpur. I did my undergrad from BIT Mesra Ranchi. Now, folks, please let me know in the chat box if I'm not audible or if the AV is not clear, because as I am seeing it, it looks clear to me, but I can't hear myself. So let me know if there's a problem with the sound. All right. Okay. So at Unacademy, we give you daily live classes, live tests and quizzes. Our courses are completely aligned to the UPSC syllabus, as you will see when I take you through the questions today. And obviously, with one subscription of Unacademy, you get an unlimited access to all our more than 200 courses that they're live or recorded on our platform. For example, with that subscription, you can access my science and technology course, which is already there recorded on the platform. All right, and we also have the Unacademy Iconic program for the freshers as well as the repeat aspirants to find that one right way to actually smoothly sail through the UPSC CSE examination. Now, what's different about it? The different thing is that there is our plus courses under which you can self-study. There are live and recorded courses, live classes, you can talk to the educators, courses are aligned, you already know when course will happen, what class will happen when. But under the Iconic, it's a very unique initiative because apart from what you get in an online material, you also get a teacher's presence, constant presence. So under the Iconic program, you are given a mentor assigned by Unacademy, and that person will help you through prelims till the final stage of the exams by telling you about the exam, helping you with your optionals, helping you with your current affairs, planning your study schedule, writing your DAF or detailed application form, and helping you grow through the personality development stage of the interviews. With that, the plus subscription is for 44,000 for 1 year, and the cost comes down to 40,000 if you use my code SBUS, because you get an instant 10% off. In fact, my code SBUS can be used for any course under the UPSC CSE category to get an instant 10% off. Additionally, for a 2-year program, it is 64,000 and the cost comes down to 58,000 if you use my code SBUS. Also, we have a no-cost EMI on 6, 12 and 24-month subscription. For the Iconic, the 2-year fee is 89,000. That is effectively 45,000 a year. If you use my code SBUS, again, you get a 10% off. And for a year under the Iconic program, it is 64,000. And if you use my code SBUS, it comes down to less than 58,000. So definitely the 2-year Iconic program is more beneficial to you. And imagine having somebody to tell you what to do at every step of civil services. So you're not lost at any point of time. So with that, choose wisely, choose an academy, choose Iconic, use my code SBUS to get an instant 10% off on Iconic or plus subscriptions. So Iconic will not be plus minus, it will be addition to what plus already provides you. That means under Iconic, you will also have live classes, test series, unlimited practice, structured schedule, a personal coach, which is a highlight of this program, daily means Q&A practice, study planner, and a personalized feedback at every juncture of the UPSC CSE journey. With that, folks, this course on core 200 topics of science and technology, which covers current affairs from May 2019 to May 20, is already running on Academy. Please go and have a look. And we'll start for today. So the ground rules for today are: first, feel free to be wrong in this class. It is completely okay to be wrong, all right? But given the circumstances which I faced yesterday in my Unacademy sessions, see, the class, I'm not here to entertain you. I'm here to teach you, all right? However, if you do find the classes boring, let me know. Ma'am, let's do something else. That I'm ready to do. but don't break the discipline of the class. That is a minimum requirement that I would want my students to do. Second thing, don't be sad if you make mistakes. It is okay to make mistakes. We are here to make as many mistakes as we can before the prelims examination, and you will improve. So don't worry about that. For most of the questions, I'll give you 25 to 30 seconds to read and 30 seconds to answer so that you have sufficient time to answer. But the most important part is here. That is, enjoy the sessions. These are morning sessions. If your morning turns out to be good, eventually your entire day will be good. All right. And I believe that you will improve each day. You should believe that too. With that, we'll start. So this, do you want me to take right now? Because we left here. You wanted to do a comparison of conduction, convection, and radiation. I believe I should take it a little later so that we can start with the questions directly. All right. So the first round is monthly 5. What are the recent happenings? All right. Interesting one today. So let's start. Question number 1 on your screens. 25 seconds to read and 30 seconds to answer. And of course, good morning to everyone. Okay, your countdown starts now. Okay, so I have some answers here. Well, as of now, I don't have any correct answer. All right. So C is definitely not correct and A is definitely not correct. Option number D is the correct answer. Yes, Rahul, you're right. Now you change the answer, but yes. So this is actually correct. A and B is Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. All right. Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. The fund corpus is 1 lakh crore. It was actually announced as a part of the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. All right. So agriculture infrastructure fund, only recently, yesterday itself, PM Modi decided that we'll actually start sanctioning the funds. So 1 lakh corpus fund has been sanctioned to the agriculture infrastructure fund. Now definitely, if you are trying to build infrastructure, option 3 cannot be correct because we are not doing any funds for pre-harvest management. That means seeds or fertilizers or soil head cards. No, we are doing it for post-harvest management. That's why the agriculture infrastructure fund. That means we'll have more cold storage chains, more warehouses where people can store this, more transportation facilities. So that's the idea about it. Hence, option number 2 and option number 3 are incorrect. The corpus is for 1 lakh crore, so it's very easy to remember. Please do remember it because it's a very, very good initiative. There were 3 initiatives taken under the agriculture sector. I've already discussed them multiple times. One of them is scrapping the need for selling only to the APMCs. The second one is the Agriculture Infrastructure Fund. And there's a third one which I want you to go and watch in the Atmanirbhar Abhiyan series, the link of which I already shared with you on the Telegram channel. So please go and watch those. Atmanirbhar Abhiyan, the presentations that have been taken by Nirmala Sitharaman, they're very, very good. They completely give you the direction of the economy in each and every sector. So please, for your own sake, go and visit them because a lot of news from May till your prelims will be actually from ANBA or the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. So with that, option number D is the only correct answer here. All right. So only 2 people got it correct as of now. One is Rahul and another is Nehru Nayak Uditya. I think you're new to my class, but nicely done, Nehru. Okay. Coming to the next part. Now, here there is one additional information. So this has been taken from News on AIR. All right. This is an entire article from News on AIR. There is also in addition PM Kisan scheme. Most of you must be already aware of it. It is PM Kisan Samman Nidhi scheme, in which we actually transfer, it's a direct benefit transfer scheme to the farmers. So up till now, we have approximately provided 75,000 crores to more than 10 crores or more than 9 crore farmers across the country. And now the government will sanction the 6th installment of the funds under PM Kisan scheme. So it's again a very, very beautiful scheme. Nicely done. Now, under the Union Cabinet Central Scheme of Agriculture Infrastructure Fund, how are you actually going to give the funds? So, we are going to give the funds under the Agriculture Infrastructure Fund or scheme through public sector banks. And as of now, almost 11 banks, 11 out of 12 public sector banks have already signed MOUs with the Department of Agriculture, Cooperation and Farmers Welfare to distribute the funds under Agriculture Infrastructure Fund. Now, we'll move on to the next question. Again, it is a hard one, so beware. All right. And I'll give you 25 seconds to read and 30 seconds to answer. So there are a couple of students who are new to my class. Puneet is new. Sahitya is new. And Nehru is new. All right. Okay. All right, folks. Your time starts now. Nandu has already answered to me. See, I told you the questions are a little tough today. Bonam, late to the class. The question is tough, so read again. So I haven't received a correct answer as yet from any one of you, neither Nandu nor Bonam nor Varun nor Sivranjani Rahul. I had announced it in yesterday's Unacademy session that the questions will get tougher now. Yes, Nandu, now you read it correct. So nobody got it correct still. Okay, let's see. I have said please select the incorrect code. All right. Now let's see what is the incorrect code. So this again was in news yesterday, day before yesterday. Allocation of not 1500 by 500 crore rupees. We will not do 1500 crore rupees allocation towards beekeeping. Come on. That looks wrong on the face of it. So option number 1 is incorrect. All right. Now, India is amongst the world's top 5 honey producers. That is actually correct. That was announced by our Agriculture Minister himself, Mr. Tomar. Third, beekeeping is a part of the initiative towards achieving the goal of doubling farmers' income. Now, this part, doubling farmers' income, has been in news for a while now. 2030, why would the government plan for 2030? That's too far. The government would want to do it in its own tenure. So the timeline is actually 2024. That's why this question is hard. I wanted you to read between the lines. So option number 1 and option number 3 are incorrect. All right. So 2 is not incorrect. 2 is correct. That's why option number B cannot be the answer. Option number C cannot be the answer. And definitely option number D cannot be the answer. Option number A is your correct answer. Additionally, if you guys remember, on YouTube only I took this session when I discussed about the Bibek Debroy committee. Do you guys remember the Bibek Debroy committee on beekeeping? They said that we should set up a national bee board. So now we do have a national bee board and they have already created 4 modules to impart training to farmers on National Beekeeping and Honey Mission under the National Beekeeping and Honey Mission, and 30 lakh farmers have already been trained in beekeeping. They're already doing it now. Yes, Pechala, it's incorrect. That's why the answer is A. Right? Okay. Got it, everybody? That's why I said questions will turn a little bit difficult now, because I want you to train to answer questions correctly in the UPSC examination. The entire training will be centered around reading the question, reading between the lines. All right. So let's move on to our next question here. Okay. In fact, as per our Minister of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Narendra Singh Tomar, he's from Rajasthan actually. He says that compared to 2005 and 6, the production of honey in India has actually risen by 242% or more than 200%, which is a huge increase. And also the exports have shot by greater than 250%. So that's a huge increase. We are making huge inroads into honey production. Do you remember which is the largest exporter of honey? It is China. We have discussed it previously. All right. Okay. Next question on your screen, folks. Again, 25 seconds to read it and 30 seconds to answer it. In fact, this question is one of a kind initiative of the Government of India. We don't do much of this, but related to this, I'll also talk about the Sabarmati Ashram. All right, another 5 seconds to go and then I'll switch on the timer. There you go. Oh, I shouldn't have told you guys about the trap. Now everybody is answering correctly. My entire strategy has failed. Okay, guys, yes, it is incorrect. That is what is being asked. And option number C, yes, it is the correct answer. No Pehchala, no Aslam, it's not option number A. Nehru, it's not D. Shantini, it's not B. Sivranjani, you are correct. Jyoti, incorrect. Read again. Rahul, read again. So all those who have answered option number C, they are correct because first we are asking the incorrect code. Now, if you read it correctly, yes, the RSK or the Rashtriya Swachhata Kendra is an interactive experience center. That means there will be a voice and sound show telling our journey from Satyagraha to Swachhagraha. That was in news. That's how our Prime Minister has actually put it. Satyagraha to Swachhagraha. So this entire scheme of Rashtriya Swasthya Kendra was announced on 10th of April 2017. Alright, when the Champaran Satyagraha actually happened, 100 years of Champaran Satyagraha. So the centenary of Champaran Satyagraha, it was announced then, and now we have actually put this center here because we have been able to change the behavior of approximately 55 crore Indians when it comes to using toilets or building toilets under the Swachh Bharat mission. Now, it is an interactive experience center. That means there'll be videos, there'll be voice and sound shows telling us how we have moved from a nation that had a satyagraha in Champaran in 1917 to a nation which is actually having a satyagraha for moving towards Swachh Bharat mission. And it was not in Mumbai. Obviously, it was in Delhi. Why would we do something like this first in Mumbai? We will definitely start with Delhi. So option number 1 is wrong. All right. Okay. All right, Suman. I know. Yes, Varun, that's what I said. I want you guys, that is what I want to promote. Read between the lines and read properly. If you get the hang of it, we will be unbeatable in the prelims. All right? Okay. Option number 2 is correct. Yes, it is a tribute to Mahatma Gandhi. In fact, the entire Swachh Bharat mission is a tribute to Mahatma Gandhi to celebrate the centenary celebrations of Champaran Satyagraha. So option number 2 is correct. Option number 3 is incorrect. If you know option 1 is incorrect, you automatically know option number 3 is incorrect. Why? Because we've already said RSK is an interactive experience center. So why would it provide finance to build more toilets in the rural region? Right? That's why option number 3 is also incorrect. And hence the correct answer is option number C. Are we good to go? Everybody? Understood? Chalo. Next question. But before that, I'll just briefly tell you what our Prime Minister will be doing under this. So, as I already told you, please remember this line that the installations of Rashtriya Swachhata Kendra will actually tell about a journey into the largest behavior change campaign of the world. That is very, very important. Do you guys remember, for every social problem we have, we say that to have a permanent solution achieved to it, you need to have a change in the behavior of people. Now, how can you relate it to the mains examination story is you can also mention about that Indian movie called Toilet Ek Prem Katha, all right, or Padman. All these movies had a social message and they're actually linked to India's Swachhata stories. So add to this RSK or the Swachh Bharat mission the examples from cinema, you can really earn brownie points in your answers, all right. Now another aspect here is, as a part of this launch or this inauguration, Prime Minister will interact with 36 school students from Delhi, representing the 36 states and union territories that we have all around India. So the Swachh Bharat mission impacted 55 crore people. So that's what something we are supposed to remember. All right. Now, question number 4. It's a very easy one. So 15 seconds to read and 30 seconds to answer. All right, your time starts now. Naveen, you are jumping the gun every time. क्यों भाई? Read. So I have got 2 correct answers as of now. Nandu ke liye I'll put another option. E. I don't care. Rather I should put Nandu skip. Nandu this. So this is our 5th option. Anyways, so apart from jokes, option number B is the correct answer. Yes, it is actually being done by Ministry of Panchayati Raj. All right, it is not being done by Ministry of Earth Sciences. That's why I have put it here, just to confuse you. Now, Swamitva scheme is survey of villages, yes, S and V, and mapping, so A, mapping with improvised technology. Yes, this is actually to document their residential properties. Now they can be done by drones and they can directly do it, so that you don't have to run around to 20 different places to actually demarcate your land. Now that can be done using technology or drone technology. So Swamitva scheme, very good initiative. Now why was it in news? Why have I put it here? Because the Haryana government actually pledged to have Lal Dora free. Lal Dora means red tape free Swamitva scheme or red tape free 11 villages in each district. That means 11 villages in each district will not suffer any red tapeism when it comes to implementation of Swamitva scheme. So that is their very, very big agenda. They said that we want to make the dream of Prime Minister come true. We will use technology to demarcate the lands so that people can easily register their residential properties. All right. So all those who have answered D, Amit, incorrect. Varun, correct. You're doing it nicely. Kaveri, correct. Sahitya, correct. Puneet, done correctly. Nehru, what is happening? Incorrect. Bonam, correct. Supriya, incorrect. Okay, Jyoti. Yes, that is true, Nandu. I know Nehru. The whole idea is to confuse you and rejuggle your entire preparation. That's why I said the questions will turn a little difficult. So this was in news because of the Lal Dora initiative. Now let's take a look at it. So this scheme is an initiative of Ministry of Panchayati Raj. I already told you. Now they can use their property for economic purposes after they document their residential properties. That's why this entire scheme is here. We will be using drone technology here. So that's why it's a news. And the survey or the Swamit scheme will actually be done in a phased manner over a period of 4 years. That means from 2020 to 2024. So remember this, all right? And definitely it's a central sector scheme having approximately 80 crores of finance in the pilot phase. Pilot phases between 2020 to 2021. However, the entire scheme has taken a back seat Let's see how the corona situation improves and then maybe we can go further. All right? Okay. Question number 5 on your screens. This is easy. No trap here. All right. So 15 seconds to read and 30 seconds to answer. And last one for our August revision. All right. And your time starts now. Giriswaran, you are new to my class and you did that incorrectly. Aslam, galat kyun ho rahe hain bhai? Why are we getting the options wrong? Okay, I already got my first answer. I'll tell you if it is correct or not. Purely guessing. Pechala is giving a disclaimer. So I will write here E option. Purely guessing and then a fill in the blank. All right, this will be our new option from now onwards. Okay, so yes, a lot of you have answered it correctly. All right, Nandu is 5. Very good, you have a good sense of humor. So yes, folks, all those who have answered option number C, they are correct. So it's an index that actually is being done by the National Council of Applied Economic Research. My advice to you, please go and visit their website. They have wonderfully done economic articles. When I was preparing, I used to visit this website a lot. They have an opinion on what are the recent economic happenings in our country. So whenever you prepare for your interviews or for your mains, please go through this website. It's a beautiful website. All right, beautiful articles under this. Now coming here, let's talk about the business confidence index, why it was in news. So actually the NCAER, it actually conducts this business confidence index surveys every quarter. So as of now they have conducted approximately 113 rounds and they have been doing it since 1991. That means since our country was liberalized. All right, now the business confidence index, like the ease of doing business index, which is given by the World Bank. All right, that's the international level index. This is the national level index, is an indicator of business sentiment across the Indian industry. What do they think about how India is going to progress in business? So it was like in it, there was a huge drop in the business sentiment in the country. So as of now, it stood at 46.4% in the first quarter of 2021, and that was a huge drop. That was a 40% drop in the business sentiment in the country. So earlier in the previous quarter, that is 2019, when corona was still not there, the business sentiment was at the level of 77.4. Now it is at 46.4. So approximately a fall of 30 points. All right. So considering that this entire thing was in news, because if there is not a strong business sentiment in the country, that means people will not be investing, and if businesses will not be investing, there will not be enough employment or enough GDP. So that actually hits our employment, that hits our inflation rate, that hits our growth rate also. So it's hitting all the three parameters. That's why it's a serious cause of concern. Now, the survey actually elicits responses from firms across 6 cities, the major cities. That is Delhi NCR, it represents the north, Mumbai and Pune, the west, Kolkata, obviously the east, Bangalore and Chennai, the south. All right. The business expectation survey. So the business confidence index is a part of the business expectation survey, which is carried out on a quarterly basis since 1991, as I've already told you. Now, let's move on to the next question. If you want to understand it more, there was an article in Business Standard regarding the same. So please go and check that out. Yes, Amit. Because we are discussing the monthly round, right? Remember, Amit? The first 5 are from August only. Oh, great, Rahul. Very good. Very good. Very happy. Very good. Okay. Now we'll start with a quick 10. Here the time will be a little less, maybe between 15 to 20 seconds, because I want to answer. I want you to answer in a quicker manner. So let's proceed. Okay, question number 6, 20 seconds to read, 30 seconds to answer. It's a very easy one, no trap here. So Rahul, that means that you read the questions correctly. Very happy. Jyoti, Sahitya, Giriswaran, why did you do it wrong? The previous question. The time starts now. Okay, I already have my first answer. All right. So most of you have answered it correctly. Yes, it is both 1 and 2. The code provides for a time-bound process for resolving insolvency. Yes, and among individuals also. Yes. So first is correct. The second one is also correct because it was a part of a recent Supreme Court judgment which said in the SR case that the committee of creditors, they who actually have given money, they are supreme in deciding on the commercial issues related to the company, including the repayment waterfall, who gets the payment when, and in an insolvency resolution, whether we are to liquidate the assets and sell off the assets and give the people money, or what are we actually supposed to do, have a management board and turn the company around. So the committee of creditors will actually decide that. All right. Afreen, you're late to the class. Dheeraj, I've seen you for the first time. So, hope you enjoy the session. Okay. So, insolvency and bankruptcy code came in 2016. Everybody knows. Now, the second part is here. The second answer, if you actually want to know, because most of you already did it correct, it was SR Steel's bankruptcy case. So, they said that the committee of creditors is supreme if they want to decide the fate of the company and how they want to resolve the entire insolvency conundrum. All right. So, and that is why are we giving supremacy to committee of creditors? Because they represent the lenders to the company. They are the ones who have invested money in the company. So they should have a final say in what they actually want to do with the company. All right. So with that, we'll move on to the next question. This is a very easy one. So 15 seconds to read and 30 seconds to answer. Yes, Varun. That time he was alive. Yes. And your time starts now. Okay, I already have an answer with me. Anyone else? Okay, so only two correct answers as of now. भाई असलम D and धीरज B क्यों मुझे ये बताओ. For what reasons? This has been in news for a while. That's why I have been saying, please go and visit the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, because this again was announced in the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. All right, please go and check it. Okay. So option number A is the only correct one. So Nandu got it correct. Sivranjani got it correct. Supriya, Kaveri, Nehru, Dheeraj, Gayatri, you're late to the class. Sahitya, all of you have got it correct. Others who have answered B or C or D, any of those options, no. Actually, the best way to remember it is that the maximum loans that you get under the Mudra Yojana or the Microfinance Yojana is 1 million or 10 lakh only. So definitely this cannot be the answer. And since there are three types of loans that are given here, if you are already exceeding 10 lakh here, you can't have this one. So both option 2 and option 3 are wrong. Only option 1 is correct. So I'll tell you what are the limits are. Shishu is still 50,000. 50,000 to 5 lakh is Kishore loans, a little bigger. And Tarun is 5 lakh to 10 lakh. Now you will ask me, ma'am, what is Shishu, Kishore and Tarun? So in Hindi, these are basically the three stages of growing childhood. So when you are Tarun, you're kind of a teenager. You are a Kishore, you are 10 to 12, and you are a Shishu, you are somewhere between 0 to 5. So that's how it is. So why have they named the loans in the growing stages of children? Because they are micro loans, right? That's why they have been known, they have been actually correlated with the stages of development of a child. Okay, understood? Everybody? Chalo. Let's move on to the next question. Again an easy one. आज हम थोड़ा economy ज़्यादा करेंगे, ठीक है? So let's start. 15 seconds to read and 30 seconds to answer. Great, Sudipta. Oh, you're here? Sudipta, but are you not late? A little late for the class? क्या हुआ? सब लोगों की नींद नहीं खुली है? तुम लोग क्लास में लेट क्यों आते हो यार? रात को सोया करो भाई. चलो, your time starts now. ये बहुत आसान है. ये सबका सही होना चाहिए. और all the people who are coming to the class, I would really appreciate if you could come on time, because coming on time is something that will always benefit you throughout your life. If you can follow these two things, punctuality and regularity, you will be unbeatable. I promise you that in any sphere of your life. But please be on time, learn to be on time, and learn to be regular. Okay, so we already got some answers here. Yes, most of you have got it correct. Aslam, why are you making all wrong mistakes here today? What happened? Acha Sudipta, you were reading. पढ़ रहा था. Okay, चलो ठीक है. But class में आओ, time पे आओ यार. Option number B is yes, correct. Aslam got it incorrect. Supriya got it incorrect. क्या चल रहा है भाई? Why are you guys getting it incorrect? And Amit, why are you getting it incorrect? Stopped studying? Giriswan got it incorrect. Sivranjani got it incorrect. Afreen got it incorrect. Dheeraj, why do you answer me multiple times? I can read your name. You've done it correctly. Okay, so statutory liquidity ratio, no. It is not the amount of liquid cash only. That is for the CRR or currency cash reserve ratio. In SLR, you can also have gold or government securities. Why? Apart from cash, because government securities and gold can both be easily liquidated, and that is one of the reasons that during corona crisis, the value of both the metals silver and gold have shot through the roof. They're extremely expensive now. Per kg, silver is approximately 78,000, something like that. So very, very expensive. The prices have really risen because of the liquidity. The second thing is marginal standing facility is a window for banks to borrow from the Reserve Bank of India. Yes, that is true. Both of these questions are actually from your NCERT. Very fundamental, very basic thing. So if you have got, any one of you have got this wrong, please go and visit your NCERT again. All right? Yes, Aslam. It's okay, Aditya, and you weren't there in my yesterday's Unacademy session. We had so much fun. I also scolded one guy there. He was asking me to be a clown. Yes, Amit, that's what I'm saying. Read, read, read. Yes, okay, chalo. Next question, we'll go. Why was this entire thing was in news? So as I already told you, MSF or marginal standing facility is an overnight borrowing facility that you have with the RBI. So as of June 2020, seeing the current coronavirus situation, RBI has first extended the relaxation on the daily maintenance of CRR. So there is a percentage of money that you need to have as a liquid cash. So RBI has relaxed that to actually have more credit flowing into the economy. Also, the borrowing limit under the MSF has been kept, has been increased or has been kept the same under the going 3 months, keeping in mind the current growing effect of corona. All right, so we'll move on to the next question. There you go. This read properly, okay? Very easy. 20 seconds to read and 30 seconds to answer. and your time starts in another 5 seconds. Okay. Finally, Amit got something correct. Okay, Amit. Amit and Avi, you both are correct. It's B. Option number C is actually incorrect, and we'll discuss why. So, yes, the Garib Kalyan Rojgar Abhiyan again mentioned during the Corona crisis, March में पहली बार, and then again in May when the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan was declared. Please, 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 my humble request, go and watch whatever Nirmala Sitharaman has said. See it in detail. It will help you out a lot. Trust me. Because our entire policy direction will now come from that. In fact, that reminds me of a very important news item which I have been wanting to share with you guys. Have you guys seen the statement of Rajnath Singh in the morning at 10 a.m.? There was a huge announcement regarding the defense industry. We have put an imports embargo on 101 defense item. Now that's a huge, huge thing for India because it will open a lot of opportunities in the defense sector. That will boost growth, that will boost domestic employment. But let's see how compatible or how competent our domestic defense industry is. So we'll see a lot of big names actually now entering into the defense industry. It's a very, very big announcement. Yes, have you seen that? So that's important. Please keep an eye on that. So coming and that entire thing what Rajnath Singh has actually done is a fallout of the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan because the defense sector was opened and this was already on the cards. That's why please, my humble request to everybody, please go and watch those videos that I've already shared the link with you. Please do that, please. Coming here, option number 3 is incorrect. Option number 1, yes. So in March 2020 itself, the government said that this Abhiyan, Garib Kalyan Rojgar Abhiyan will be there to provide livelihood opportunities. Second one, yes. How will you actually provide livelihood opportunities? You will create infrastructure and other assets in villages. This is like MG Narega, all right? Or Mahatma Gandhi Narega. Now, the third is wrong because there are approximately 11 ministries involved in this. I don't know why the pen is not working. Okay. 11 ministries involved in this. So obviously Niti Aayog is a policy making instrument of Government of India. It's a think tank. It's not an implementation agency. So various ministries are taking care of it. So most of you have answered it correctly. Yes, Afreen, self-reliance. Oh, great, great, Rahul. He's so happy. He's like, ma'am, I'm rocking it. Definitely you're rocking it, Rahul. Okay, so coming here, the Garib Kalyan Rojgar Abhiyan is actually being taken care of in 116 districts across 6 states. They mostly include the Bimaru states. Do you know the concept of Bimaru states? Yes, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and UP. So all of them are here. Alright, they're called Bimaru because the economic indicators are not very happening. Again, it is being implemented by 11 ministries of the central government, including road transport and highways, mines, environment, railways, petroleum, natural gas, telecom, agriculture. Why? Because we are also building infrastructure and other assets. So involves a lot of cooperation from a lot of ministries. A very good example of how the entire government comes along to cooperate to actually provide livelihood to people. So a brilliant example of that. So please keep this thing in mind. Now we'll move on to the next one. Yeah, plus Odisha and Jharkhand. They also have. So Bimaru plus. It's like you have Quad plus. It's like you have Asian plus. So now this is Bimaru plus. All right. Yes, Jyoti. Okay. Chalo. Let's move on to the next question. This is an easy one. ठीक है? ये बहुत बार we have already discussed. Again, this is from Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. Why? Because the limits have been changed recently. So 15 seconds to read and 30 seconds to answer. Yes, Aditya, Rajasthan is a part of Bimaru. That R in Bimaru stands for Rajasthan, Without Rajasthan, there will be no Bimaru. There will be only Bimu. Another 5 seconds and then I'll start the timer. Okay. There we go. Okay, folks. So I think I have lost the connection or something. I am not seeing anything here. Can you? Okay. So coming back, option number C is actually the correct one. Okay. Option number C here is the correct answer. Yes. For the micro enterprises, the recently revised limits is 1 crore and the turnover does not exceed 5 crore. And this part is already correct. Let me just go back to what we have actually here. Okay. Got it right? Everybody? Varun, so there are different limits for different MSMEs. So for micro, it is 1 to 5 crores. For the others, I have already shared the chart multiple times. And if I have not, I have shared the chart multiple times. So I want you guys to actually go and look for what is for small and what is for medium. Okay. Dheeraj, it is not 25 lakh. They have increased the limits. It was there in the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. Yes, you got it correct. Everybody got it correct. Most of you got it correct. So I don't know why some of you have mentioned A. A is correct, but B is also correct. These are the latest ones. And here I have also included the other limits also. So you can see it here. For the small ones, it is between 10 to 50. For the medium, it is 50 to 250. These are the new limits. These were announced in the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. Is everybody clear? Yes? These are the new limits. So how will we remember this? I have done this multiple times with you guys. Micro, small, medium. Okay. Micro is 1 to 5 crores. This is 10 to 50 and this is 50 to 250. So please remember the new limits. Do you guys know why these new limits have come in? These new limits have come in as Nirmala Sitharaman announced. She said that these industries, they do not grow for the fear of losing out on the benefits. That's why we are increasing the limit so that they grow and they provide more employment opportunities. This was a very, very long pending reform, something which I have been reading since my times, since last 10 years, 15 years. Now they've finally done it. So amazing reforms. In fact, while I was watching this thing entirely on the news, while I was watching the press conference, trust me, I was jumping up and down and clapping my hands. Okay. Yes, Rahul, multiples of 5. I have already discussed that, how to remember it in multiples of 5. All right. So 5 into 10, this is multiples of 10 and into 5 and this is multiples of 10 again. So we'll remember now. Chalo. Yes, Aditya, to increase the not just to increase the profits of MSMEs, Aditya, it is basically to help them to grow in size. See, right now they don't want to grow in size because micro enterprises have a lot of benefits. You get easy loans, you have loan moratoriums, you don't have to really adhere to labor laws. So it's important that they grow so that more people are employed. All right, the turnover grows so there are more sales, more production, so GDP grows. That's the whole idea. Okay, this one very easy. 15 seconds to read, 30 seconds to answer. Another 5 and your time will start. There you go. Okay, I have some new folkies here. Arnav, you're new to my class. भाई तुम लोग को अभी याद आता है क्या? Can you guys come on time? टाइम पे आया करो, टाइम पे आया करो, everybody. Okay. So most of you got it correct except for Krishna and Dheeraj. Yes, the correct answer is option number C. I tried to confuse you, but you guys got it right. Singapore, Myanmar, Vietnam, Philippines are there. New Zealand, no. Papua New Guinea, no. And Brunei. So these are the five here. ASEAN combined was set up in 1967 and has 10 states from Southeast Asia. All right. In fact, in total, there are 11 countries in Southeast Asia. So, of them, 10 are a part of ASEAN or Association of Southeast Asian Nations. Yes? All right, Arnav. But from now onwards, I hope to see you regularly coming here. Okay? Chalo. So, these are the 10 nations here. Myanmar, Thailand, can you see? Cambodia, here, Laos, this one Vietnam, the lighter green, Malaysia, you know guys, this is also Malaysia, this part is also Malaysia, okay? This small thing here, I'll use a different color of pen here to show you. And I have some very interesting thing here, a very interesting new thing here. This is Brunei actually. In fact, if you observe the size of this country, it's a sovereign state on this island. Very small, yet it is the 5th largest in terms of PPP or purchasing power parity, and it is considered to be a developing country. It's a very industrialized nation. And similarly for Singapore, which is here, Indonesia and Philippines. Now, the interesting fact today is, do you guys know about the island of Borneo? So I'll tell you where the island of Borneo is. This entire piece of island is actually island of Borneo. And does anybody have idea, or did you know before I told you that it is actually politically controlled by not one but 3 sovereign states? Malaysia, Indonesia and Brunei. Yes? Yes, Aditya, the new capital is also here in East Kalimantan. We will discuss that. But apart from that, did you guys know that there were actually 3 participants here? So Malaysia controls 2 districts, Sarawak and Sabah, which were originally with the Sultan of Brunei, but he lost it in a war. This small part is Brunei. This very small part is Brunei. Here you also have the Celeb Sea, just underneath Philippines. So remember that. Then these Sulawesi Islands are also a part of Indonesia. Okay. Now this part of Indonesia here, the Borneo Islands, are actually very famous rainforests. They are one of the oldest rainforests in the world. Now, Malaysia is here. The rest of the part, West Kalimantan, Central Kalimantan, North Kalimantan, East Kalimantan or South Kalimantan is actually a part of Indonesia. So this island, it's the 3rd largest island in the world, and it is governed by 3 countries differently. And in fact, it is the only island in the world which is governed by 3 different nations. Yes? Varun, headquarter nahi, capital of Indonesia is in Jakarta, alright? It's not the HQ. Yes, Arnav. Now, interestingly, it was in news that Joko Widodo from Indonesia, the president, he said, we'll shift our capital from Jakarta, that is here, to in East Kalimantan, somewhere near Samarinda and Balikpapan. Why do they actually want to shift there? Because Jakarta is actually built on a swampy land. And as of now, just like what happened in Fatehpur Sikri, that there was not enough water. So due to the high population pressure, almost 10 million people reside in Jakarta. They actually keep withdrawing water from the underground aquifers. And when they are doing that, the land from above, it keeps collapsing because there is nothing underneath to support it. So they are actually losing a lot of land here and there's a lot of population pressure. So they want to shift here in the next 10 years. Now the environmental concerns are huge, because what the rest of the world is saying, that actually such shifting of capital is basically you have destroyed one part of earth, you've completely destroyed it climatically, and now you want to destroy another part of earth. It's like we are leaving earth to go and settle on Mars because earth is no more habitable, right? So that is how it is. Now interestingly, it's not very unusual to move capital. Myanmar or Burma did it in 2005, moved from Yangon to Naypyidaw. All right. Australia moved their capital to Canberra, and Brasilia. So Rio de Janeiro was replaced as the capital of Brazil to Brasilia in 1960, to a more central location in the country. So why we are actually moving it from Jakarta to East Kalimantan is because, again, if you consider Indonesia as this entire island group, it's a group of 17,000 islands. All right. This place here is more central to the entire location of the country. All right. So with that, we'll move on to the next question. Yes, Aditya, land subsidence is occurring. Okay. Next question. So go with the demarcation I've made here. It's a medium level difficulty question, so beware. 15 seconds to read and 30 seconds to answer. I already have answers. Very good. Pechala is like, ma'am, now it is done. You have fooled me enough. Now I won't be fooled. Now I'm reading everything properly. And so is Amit. Okay. So, Andrew, you're new to my class. Good to see you here. But unfortunately, the answer is wrong, and that is okay. We are here to do everything wrong only. We are not here to do things right. So, those who have done things right, congratulations to you. And those who have done it wrong, not to worry. Let's see what it is about. A is wrong because microplastics are synthetic and semi-synthetic. That is true. And they are insoluble. That is also true. But the size range is below 5 mm, not 15 mm. 15 mm is huge enough. So then they won't be microplastics anymore. Second thing, yes, they are biodegradable. They are not biodegradable. It is written here they are biodegradable. No, they are not biodegradable. In fact, the very reason that they are microplastics and they are non-biodegradable makes them very difficult to remove from the environment. Does that ring a bell that we have done a question on xenobots? Do you guys remember xenobots? We discussed it very recently, I think a couple of sessions, YouTube sessions ago, or on Unacademy. Yes? Dheeraj, it's not D, and please stop keep changing answers. In the prelims exam, you'll have to mark that with a black pen. All right? Sudipta, it's not B. Okay, it's C. So correct answer is C. Only 3 is correct. Microplastics are also airborne pollutant. How? Because if you are doing some work with the fibers, plastic fibers, then the dust that actually goes away or is blown away is actually microplastic only. Remember, Jyoti? Yes, stem cells say. So xenobots can actually degrade or decompose these microplastics. So that's their use. If you don't remember xenobots, please go and look again those videos. It is there. We explained it in detail that they look like a blob of flesh, and they can also be used to deliver medicine inside the body. They are living and they can self-heal, made from the stem cells of a frog. But we are trying to have them in a production-able condition. That means a large-scale production condition. Yes? Okay. So here it is. And where are microplastics most commonly seen? So all the women out here, including me, the scrubs that we use, all right, the gels that we use, which has those small plastic looking structures, either in the toothpaste or especially in the scrubs, the apricot scrubs or whatever scrubs, coffee scrubs we use, they actually have these microplastics, also called as microbeads, spherical in structure, and usually in leave-on lotions or rinse-off products like scrubs, as I already told you. Yes? Acha, it's okay, Sudipta. Not a problem. Dheere dheere we'll learn that. Okay? Additionally, plastics which are of the size less than 1 micrometer, that means 10 raised to power minus 6, are also called nanoplastics. They are even smaller than an algal cell. So they are, again, they also pose a very high risk to the environment because they are non-biodegradable and they cannot be removed easily. Yes, Panchala, clothing, cosmetics. Yes, Aditya, microbeads and microplastics are same. That's what I've written here. Personal care and cosmetic products में जो हम use करते हैं microplastics. So I don't know, Aditya, if you've used scrubs, because I use a lot of scrubs, so I can see those particles there, and that's why, in fact, a couple of companies like Urban Company has come up with scrubs that don't have microbeads. So in fact, I was using it very recently when I was getting a facial done. So I was like, it doesn't feel like a scrub. She says, ma'am, it doesn't have any microbeads. What we are using is a normal peel off scrub, which is very, very natural, and you won't feel the beads now because they're not there. All right. Okay. Let's move on to the next question. This question is very interesting. In fact, up till now, anybody who has had confusion in priority sector lending, I will completely erode your confusion today. We'll do it in a little bit more detail. So 15 seconds to read and 30 seconds to answer. Jyoti, there'll be 20 questions. You know the what? You know the deal. No, you know the, I'm not getting that exact word. Okay, I've forgotten the exact word. Okay. Another 5 seconds and your time starts. All right. Pechala has already answered. She's like, ma'am, I'm so tormented. I'm so troubled with whatever you did today. Now I'll get everything correct. Okay. So without me even time starting. Okay. Yeah, Aditya. So you'll have to use one. Get McCaffeine ka scrub. You'll know. Or get an apricot scrub by Lakme. You'll understand the beads part. Okay. And definitely it will do wonders to your skin. So Nandu is like, she's understood the pattern, ma'am. Okay. So everybody has got it correct. Yes, they are, foreign banks are mandated to follow the priority sector lending norms. So since most of you have already answered it correctly, sorry, Pechala, I'm so sorry. Since I read the names, I'm not able to, I'm extremely sorry. Please keep telling me if it is a male or female. So from next time onwards, before I'll start, I'll have a naming ceremony and you guys actually introduce yourselves to me, or we can do it today also, right? I introduce myself, so I'll take introduction from my regular students. Okay? Yes, it's correct. B is the correct option. First is not correct. Now, why this entire thing? You're not coming. Why? So which Jyoti was I talking to? I don't know. Okay. All right. Not a problem. Thank you, Tharun. Sorry. Okay. Coming here, the entire thing why it was in news, because very recently, I think yesterday or day before yesterday, the RBI tweaked the priority sector lending norms. They said that these norms should reflect the reality of what we are going to do. So our economy will more be startup driven. Our economy will be more renewable power or renewable energy driven. So we'll actually include these sectors more in the priority sector now. That means the banks will have to ensure that they give credits and loans to these startup companies or the renewable power companies so that we can push them through because they are the future of economy. Yes? Guys, is any one of you getting bored? Is it getting too monotonous that I keep speaking and you keep listening? If you have anything to say, I would be more than happy to listen to that. Because this is the last thing I want, that the class is boring. And somebody told me I don't smile in the class because there's nothing to smile about apart from certain questions. So are we guys good to go? Okay. So very recently, we have seen an upward trend in the priority sector lending. In January 19, it was this much, approximately 2 lakh 66,000 crores, and now it is 2 lakh 80,000 crores. However, what I really want to tell you here is that yes, a certain category of loans especially for vocational courses up to 10 lakh rupees can come under priority sector lending. So that's a new thing. Now, all right, Ganga. Thank you. Great, Varun. Chalo. So, what are the different sectors under what are the sectors that come under priority sector lending? We have agriculture, and please remember this list. This is important. The MSMEs, housing is very important. Microcredit, all right, the ones which we give to SHGs or simple, very, very small companies. Educational loans, because if people वो बोलते नहीं है पढ़ेगा इंडिया तो बढ़ेगा इंडिया पढ़ेगा इंडिया तो बढ़ेगा इंडिया और if India gets educated then only it grows. State sponsored organizations for SCST, definitely they are very focused or go to communities. Weaker sections and export credit is also under priority sector lending to improve our exports. Yes, okay, great. Chalo. So please remember these sectors. We'll do a recap. Agriculture, of course, it's the backbone of our economy, still the backbone of our economy. MSMEs, very important. In fact, if you look at the entire Atmanirbhar Abhiyan, the first session of ANBA was specifically about the MSMEs. We are giving a huge boost to them. Third, housing for all is again by 2022 is the dream of our PM. Microcredit, definitely SHGs are a very good focus area. Education, definitely बढ़ेगा इंडिया तो बढ़ेगा इंडिया. State sponsored for the weaker sections, be it the SCSTs or economically weaker sections, and definitely exports. We need more exports to actually finance our imports. Varun, SCST, because they are the reserved communities and also they are economically and socially backward sections of our country. So anything that we do for them, this actually comes under priority sector lending. All right, that this is a provision under the constitution. All right, Aditya, thank you. Okay, so this snapshot here is directly from the RBI website. All right, I have already provided the RBI link here. It has complete information on the priority sector lending. Please go and visit it. If you want, I will share the link in the Telegram channel. All right, just remind me. Otherwise, after the class, I'm so tired, I just go off to sleep. Okay, so this is here and this is the new list. It also has social infrastructure. All right, this is again, in fact, that reminds me, we also have a social exchange now to provide funds through bonds or share market. So social exchange, we are also kind of promoting it so that the social entrepreneurs or the social entrepreneurships can directly get the funds from the market. Yes. Yes, Nandu. HR Seema Housing. Very good, Nandu. Very good. Now, this is here which I wanted to talk to you about when it comes to foreign banks. So, for foreign banks with 20 branches and above, they have to spend 40% of their credit, all right, on the priority sector. With foreign branches which have less than 20 of their branches, they have to reach 40% in a phased manner by 2020. So by December 2020, their exposure to the priority sector should be 40%. So they are government mandated norms. Understood? That's what I wanted to show you. The rest, you can look at it. The video is with you guys, all right? And then I'll share the link. So that entire one pager, it's a one-page document about priority sector lending. It answers all your questions. Which parts of agriculture are included, which part of educational loans are financed under PSL, all of that is there. So I'll share that link on the Telegram channel. But as of now, this is what I wanted to explain it to you. Any doubts here? Thanks, Nandu. That really helps. Guys, he's made a mnemonic. See if you can use it. All right? Okay. I'll move on to the next question. If you have any doubts in the previous question, please ping me in the live chat. 20 seconds to read this one and 30 seconds to answer. So Jyoti, I hope you're not tired and you're as excited and as enthusiastic about solving questions as I am. Ma'am, kitne questions aur hain? That was so sad, you know. You have to answer 100 in the examination. Okay, your time starts now. It's an easy one. So who wants to answer this first? Krishna, read the question again. Okay. Yes, not correct. I did not write incorrect. I write not correct so that you read it. So the correct answer is D. Both the options are correct. So all those who have given me option C, including Amit, Varun, Afreen, Dheeraj, all right. And who else? Ganga Gopi was the first one. She's like, ma'am, I'm smart enough. I know what I'm doing. I know what you do in the questions. So I'm not falling for this trap. Okay. Aslam, why one only and why not C or D? Matlab, it's like the entire class is getting the answer 47 and Aslam is getting 84,000. It's like that. Why is that happening? And similarly for Kaveri and Arnav. What happened? Okay. So now coming here, the correct answer is D because both these are actually true. Under the precedent's rule, the lieutenant governor becomes the full-fledged executive head of the government. His powers are akin to the power of the governor in a state. All right. In fact, a little bit more than that because union territories are not states. So lieutenant governor has slightly more power. This was there in the Puducherry case. When the Puducherry case went to the Supreme Court and the Madras High Court, it was given there. The second part, yes, just like the president or the governor, the lieutenant governor can also promulgate ordinance if the assembly is not in session. In fact, does this ring a bell that we had an ordinance for there was a very important bill, I don't remember, where there was a lot of resistance against it when Arun Jaitley brought it in as a finance bill. And that's why it was promulgated as an ordinance and the parliament could not actually take an action on it. I think it was the CAA. Was it the CAA? Which one was it? I'm forgetting the name. Yes, Suman. Yes, Krishna. But whenever you go to the exam, read correctly again and again. ठीक है, थोड़ा सा सोच लो. जब भी incorrect answer करना हो, whenever you want to answer an incorrect code, just read through the question again. ठीक है? The whole idea of doing these questions is to improve your reading habit of the question. That is like 50% of the target achieved. ठीक है? Aadhaar bill, no. I think it is the CAA Amendment Act, not the Aadhaar one. जितना मुझे ध्यान है. Oh, yes, it was the Aadhaar one. Yes, you guys are right. It was the Aadhaar one. They made it mandatory and they got it as a bill. Yes, I am not doing it deliberately, but I made it in bold. So in the exam, of course, when you have the UPSC exam, it will be there in the bold. But the entire idea, Sudipta, here is that you guys read the questions. So I did that. You remember the Mumbai and the Delhi one in the RSK Kendras. Now you didn't read the entire line. You just thought it would be correct and then you marked it. So that's why I want to bring the reading habit into you. All right. Yes, Aslam. Aadhaar in the name of giving subsidy. The direct, yeah, you're right, guys. You're right. Okay. So why was it in news? Because Manoj Sinha recently took the oath as the new Lieutenant Governor of Jammu Kashmir. So what are the articles? 239A. Jammu Kashmir will be governed with the same provisions as that of Puducherry. 239A in part 8 of the constitution, which is union territories. All right, please remember it. The powers of the lieutenant governor are same as the governor. The powers of the lieutenant governor in the state, administer is equivalent to that of the president, that if the state machinery has failed or there is president's rule, they are the complete executive head. And also they can promulgate ordinances if the assembly is not in session, similar to what the president can do or the governor can do. Now, coming here, this is Article 239A. The provisions for Puducherry also apply to J and K. Now, what are the other articles in Part 8 or the Union Territories? 239A is related to J&K. That means creation of legislatures or council of ministers. Alright, so J&K has a legislature and Ladakh does not have a legislature. So Ladakh has become a separate UT. It only has Leh and Kargil districts and it does not have any legislature, but it has been given one Lok Sabha seat. J&K has the remaining 4 Lok Sabha seats and a legislature. Understood? And Manoj Sinha has become the recent one. He is a Gujarat cadre IAS and a very strict one. Alright? He has been the central minister before in the 2014 government. Now, another one is 239AB, that is provision in case of failure of constitution machinery. It is under this article that the lieutenant governor assumes full charge of the governor. So 239AB. And 239B is the power of the administrator or the lieutenant governor to promulgate ordinances. So now you guys remember the articles: 239A for J&K UT, 239AB for the failure of the constitutional machinery or the president's rule in a UT, and 239B for power of the administrator to promulgate ordinances. Understood? Everybody? Are you guys still with me or slept off? Chalo. Question number 15, the last one of the quick 10. So this one is easy, 15 seconds to read and 30 seconds to answer. All right, the time starts now. Everybody is replying yes. When I'm saying slept off already, they're like, yes, ma'am. Very good. भाई C किस एंगल से हो रहा है? Everybody who has answered C, only Nandu and Naveen have got it correct. But why C? I don't understand. Can't you see? It continued the East India Rule Company. No, it actually eliminated their rule and the government of London actually took over. So option number 1 is incorrect. That means option A cannot be the answer, option D cannot be the answer. And option C cannot be the answer because it did not change the entire structure of government. So option C cannot be the answer. It actually let the structure remain the same. They added certain additions so that they could better control it from London. So we'll see what those changes were. So only option number 3 is correct. Alright? Yes, Crown's Proclamation. The Act of 1858. Alright? Queen Victoria. Alright, Tarun. Okay, so I guess only Amit, Rahul. Rahul, how many of you got correct till now? You've got quite a few correct. So Naveen and Nandu. Nandu is very intelligent. Alright. Tarun also got it correct. So coming here. Now, this act was given after the revolt of 1857. So from now on, the Governor General became the Viceroy of India. That means a representative of the Crown. And the first Viceroy was Lord Canning. He was also the Governor General of India previously during the 1857 revolt, and now he became the first Viceroy. So that's the first point. The second is the system of double government, that is Board of Control and Court of Directors. It was ended. And that's how the East India Company rule was ended. Then there was a new office, Secretary of State for India, created. He had a 15-member council who supported him. Alright. So this is the third point. The fourth point is they were capable of suing and being sued in India and England. The constituted Secretary of State and Council was a body corporate. They could sue or be sued in India. Sixth, the entire act was simply to bring India under the ambit of the crown. Why? Because till now they had realized that India has a lot of money and it is now high time that it should become the crown jewel and we should take over complete control. East India Company was already facing a lot of flack back home because it amassed the entire wealth and the wealth did not go to other people in Britain. So now they wanted equitable distribution, so they took it under the ambit of the crown. Sorry, 2 is not round. 2 is it changed not the entire structure. See, the governance patterns or the other, their entire intention of how they wanted the government here to be, that remained the same. They did not change the setup that was made by East India Company. What they changed was the governance structure from their side, how to actually more keep the entire Indian colony in control. So that was the idea. All right. Great, Rahul. Yes, Sudipta, that I've already included. That Secretary of State was added. Is it okay? Understood? Should we move ahead? Let me know if you have a problem. All right. Okay. Now we'll start with the rapid fire round. The rules are very simple to all those who are new. Yes, Aslam, it's a sweet trap here. Uh, it is top 3 and fastest 3. So it's a time bound thing. You will only have 30 seconds to both read and answer the question. All right. So those who answer correctly, the first 3 who answer correctly in the given time of 30 seconds will be the winner. So we'll have next 5 questions to do it. And those who feature maximum times in the top 3 in these 5 questions will be the winner of the rapid fire round. All right. So everybody ready? Yes, Tarun. Right. Yes, Chitti Robo. Okay. So we'll start. Chalo. First question and your time starts now. So Rahul, your score is 12 on 15, right? Good. चलो भाई आंसर्स दो क्या हो गया लोग आंसर देते देते सो गए हैं हैव यू स्लेप्ट ऑफ नाउ पीपल आर वेरी केयरफुल आई डोंट वांट टू डू इट इनकरेक्टली okay now I got some answers here okay so my top 3 I'll announce first Andrew Krishna and Aditya are top 3 yes the correct answer is B 1 3 and 5 no sorry wait yes 1 3 and 5 Public Accounts Committee, Estimates Committee, and the Committee on Public Undertakings. They do not have the chairmanship of the speaker because he's from the ruling party. The Business Advisory Committee, the Rules Committee, and the General Purpose Committee, they have the chairmanship of the speaker. So option number B is correct. All right. So the top 3 here are Andrew. Andrew, very good performance, yaar. You actually blew it in this one. Krishna and Aditya. They are my top 3. Okay. So, Gurpreet, you're late to the class. इतना late क्यों भाई? नंदू इतना time क्यों लगाया answer करने में? And Supriya, it's not A, it's B. ठीक है? So let's move on. This here, Arnav, I don't see your answer. Aditya has answered before you, Arnav, if you see the live chat. So, Aditya is before you. That's what I can see in the live chat. Okay. Guys, this is the link. So, I've already shared with you guys once. The entire committee structure that is there under the parliament is in this PDF along with all the news and notifications that are there. Who heads what are the various people who are manning the committees from where, how many members from Lok Sabha, how many members from Rajya Sabha and what they exactly do is in this document. If you want, I will share it in the Telegram channel. All right, just remind me what 2 or 3 things that I have to share. Somebody please write it down, send it on the group and I will share the links. Okay. Sorry, Aslam. When you finish what? Question number 17 on your screens. Asha, where are you in the position? Wait, Aslam. Aslam, you are after Arnav Naveen. So you are third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Aslam, you are sixth today. Oh, sorry, Arnav. Is it? Because in my live chat, his answer has come first. Varun, I'll share it in the Telegram channel. Just remind me, okay? Remind me in the group, Varun. I'll put it there. Okay. Now, answers for question number 17. कैसे कुछ नहीं करना है, Varun? The link you go, it is a PDF link. A PDF file will open, which will give you information about all the committees that we talk about. All right? So, everything will be there. Now, I have the first answer from Nandu here. And, okay. All right, I already got my top 3. Yes, 1 and 3 are incorrect. Election Commission can bar and they can postpone elections. They can also annul elections that have already been held if they feel that the elections were not right. So, both these options are wrong and hence the correct answer is option number C because option number 2 is correct. So, most of you got it correct. I'll announce the top 3 here. So, I have Nandu. I have Amit and I have Krishna. Oh my God, it will be a tough tie today. Okay, so most of you have answered it correctly. Amit, Arnav, क्या हुआ है? इतना last में क्यों answer किया है? Yes, Aditya. Do you guys know this Chacha Vidhayak है हमारे thing? It is by that very famous comedian Zakir Hussain, right? It's a good show actually. I really liked it. Have you guys seen it? It's on Amazon Prime. It's a nice one. Okay, chalo, we'll move on to the next question. And question number 18 on your screens. Okay, and the time starts now. It was recently in news, so you should be doing it correctly. Yes, Zakir Khan. Sorry, not Zakir. Zakir Hussain is a tabla player. God knows what is happening to me. Yes, I think I'm aging a little faster than I should. Okay. I think I'm already 80 years now. I don't know a lot of things. Losing memory, losing hair, losing nails. Okay. Okay. So, I have only got one correct answer abhi tak. Guys, तुम लोग questions पढ़ नहीं रहे हो? पढ़ो पढ़ो ढंग से पढ़ो. Only 2 people have got it correct. That's Amit and Rahul. It's option number C. I think Rahul and Amit got the trap. It is not a fresco art. It is a mural art. There is a difference between frescoes and murals. Do you guys know that? And my third one who got it correct is Sudipta. So the top 3 here are Amit, Aditya, questions ढंग से पढ़ो. Amit has learnt it the hard way. He got his fingers burnt a lot of times today. Rahul and Sudipta. Varun, you also did it correct, but you were a little late. Okay? Little late. Sorry, Aslam, what? Yes, Varun, you are correct, but you answered a little late than Sudipta. Okay. So, Amit, that joke was on you. You got your fingers burned. At least give me a laugh. All right. It is a mural art. What is the difference between a mural and a fresco? So murals are usually done on the walls. I'll show you the figure here. So this woman is actually drawing this mural. It's a Korvai painting that has recently been given the GI tag in Jharkhand. I've actually seen those paintings when we were taken for the village outbound program when I was at XLRI Jamshedpur. You're taken for a 4-day village outbound program. So I've already seen these paintings. So they are mostly made on the ceilings or the walls. When you come to the frescoes, they are actually made on background of something which has been actually plastered by lime. So they use water soluble wet colors and they use it on lime covered surfaces. So they are very very close, but the way the painting is done, that's a little bit different. All right. So they are mural paintings. The Sorai Khovar paintings are mural paintings and they were recently given by the GI tag. It was there in the Hindu. Remember? Yes, Amit. But इस बार तुमने सही किया है. Yes, GI tag मिला है इसको. ठीक है? So the third is yes, it is created by the local tribal women in Jharkhand and they usually created during marriage and harvest seasons. So now let's look at it. GI tag we have already discussed. It is from Jharkhand. We have already discussed, especially in the Hazaribagh district of Jharkhand. Now, these have also been used in important public places. Yes, it is there on the Birsa Munda airport in Ranchi. I've seen it. And also on Tata Nagar railway stations, which I used to visit every 4 months, 5 months, because to go from Jamshedpur to Kolkata, you had to actually take a train, also called Tata Steel Express, in the morning at 5 a.m. I still remember 6 a.m. I still remember the timings. So yes, these paintings were there on the Tata Nagar railway stations. Am I stressed? Aslam, do I look very stressed? Kya? No, I'm not stressed. Actually, I'm pretty happy today. But yes, I really did work hard on these questions to get you the best questions possible. Okay, next question on your screens and your time starts now. Aslam, I think I'm already awesome, yaar. Don't do that. Acha, you are, I think, responding to me getting old. No, that has been happening for a while now. That has been happening since the time I started studying. Oh, yes, you were definitely on the way. Kharagpur, I used to see that platform all the time. It's the longest platform in the world, right? So I used to see that every time I used to be there. I remember. And we used to get down at Kharagpur to have snacks. And then at times it used to be a Jabni Met moment for me, most of the times. Okay, guys. So I've got my first incorrect answer from Amit. So let me see if anybody answers me correctly. Okay, so Gurpreet is the first one to answer me correctly. Shivranjani is the second and Aditya is the third. Let's see. The correct answer is D. Guys, read it again. Both Telia Romal and this painting, the Khovar painting, they got the GI tag together. It was in the news. But Telia Romal is not from Tamil Nadu. I have put it on purpose. It is from Telangana. Yes? Got it? So this is what it is. The rest of the part is correct. It is handmade work in cotton, displaying various design motifs in 3 particular colors, red, black and white. But it is from Telangana, not Tamil Nadu. Second thing, no. It can be created using only traditional handloom processes, because if you use any other mechanical means, you actually lose the quality of the Telia Rumals. They're very, very soft, very, very fine. So you actually lose what they have been given the GI tag for. GI tags is actually given for something that is very unique, very difficult to manufacture and cannot be replicated. Otherwise, why would you give a GI tag? You don't give GI tag to normal cotton clothes, right? So it is done only by the traditional handloom process. So option 2 is also incorrect. So the correct answer is D. Third statement नहीं है, वो trap है ना? Third statement नहीं है. Have you guys not gotten this thing? चाचा विधायक हैं हमारे. I wasn't born when ASI was there. So yes, that's D. Got it? Everybody? Suman, that's what I said. Yes, Sivranjani, I'll talk about that. That's what I said. It was a joke. You should have understood it कि 3 है ही नहीं. तो या तो A होगा, sorry B होगा या D होगा. ठीक है? Get used to it, guys. It's a practical joke. I'm becoming Sheldon Cooper now. Any which ways. Coming back, so yes, they are actually offered in the Ajmer Sharif Dargah in Rajasthan, all right. And Telia Rumal, as Sivranjani mentioned, was used as a veil by the princesses at the erstwhile court of Nizam of Hyderabad. So since it is from Nizam of Hyderabad, you can easily understand that they are from Telangana. And they were also worn as turban cloths by the Arabs and in the Middle East. Turban means the pagadi that they used to wear. Okay. Sorry, नहीं हमारा बहुत progressive था यार. Amit, honestly, I should tell you that Professor Gurunathan, if you have the time, there's a page on him on Facebook. There's a dedicated page on him. There are two pages dedicated on professors from XLRI. One is God Exist, and he's our finance professor at XLRI. The second one is Gems from Guru. So he's our Professor Gurunathan, and he used to actually crack similar jokes. Chalo. No, Karthik, I haven't stopped the IR series. I actually completed the Asia edition. I was supposed to launch the course, but my health is not functioning very well. So I'll resume that, possibly in later August or in September. I want to do it, but my health has not been supporting me very much. And Aslam already gave me 2 or 3 pieces of his mind saying I should take rest. I have become old now. Okay, so this is how this Telia Rumal actually looks like. Can you see? It's in red, black and white colors. Beautifully designed, very intricate patterns and geometric patterns. So this is what the Telia Rumal looks like. So that's the whole idea. See, I'm like UPSC. I can't let you go beyond 50%. If you start doing the questions correctly, then that's not happening now. Then why will you respect UPSC? So let's come to the last question of today. All right, your time starts now. Amit is very sure. He's like, whenever ma'am gives a green colored answer, green color coded question, I am definitely going to read it thrice. Yes, but this one's easy. Okay, so I got my top 3 here. I think I lost out on the 19th one, so I'll announce the results. Okay, so yes, the correct answer is 3, both 1 and 2 correct. This was also recently in news because Pokali rice seedlings were taken to Odisha from the Kerala coast because of the recent cyclone Amphan. They have completely destroyed the entire agriculture there. This is a saltwater resistance variety, Pokali rice, and has been recently given the GI tag. So most of you got it correct. Aslam, why did you get it incorrect? Why A? Why not C? Aslam, ये क्या हो रहा है? Sometimes you're answering A and sometimes you're answering B. Now do C and D also. First, Aslam will say, ma'am, A. Then he'll say, no, ma'am, B. Then he'll say, ma'am, I don't think it's A or B. Ma'am, it's C. No, ma'am, it's not A, B, C. It is D. None of the above. So don't do that. Okay. Most of you have answered it correctly. So my top 3 are, let me check. Guys, the Pokari rice has been taken to, sorry, not Odisha, but Sundarbans because it was completely destroyed by the cyclone Amphan. What are the 3 districts in which actually it happens? So, Thrissur here, Ernakulam, they are all contiguous, and Alappuzha in Kerala. These are the 3 areas in Kerala where the Pokhali rice is actually grown. Alright, it has been recently given the GI tag. So, it was in news. Now, I'll announce the results here. Okay, let me see who did the 20th one correctly. So, Nandu was the first, Amit second, and Kaveri third. Let me check for the 19th also. So, okay. For the 19th, Gurpreet was the first correct answer. Then it was Sivranjani. And then it was Aditya. Okay. So, let me announce the winners. Okay. Who are the winners? Okay, Aslam missed tab. Yes, Sivranjani. That's obviously Sundarbans is West Bengal. That much I also know. Okay. Coming here, so question number 16 was done correctly by Andrew, Krishna, Aditya. 17 by Nandu, Amit and Krishna. Third one by, or 18th by Amit, Rahul and Sudipta. Fourth by Gurpreet, Siva and Aditya. And 20th was done correctly by Nandu, Amit and Kaveri. So guys, I think we do have a clear winner here. Amit, despite getting so many wrongs, I think you mastered it by the end of the session. That I don't have to fall in the trap like others keep falling into the trap. Others is my student on Unacademy. So the winner for today is Amit. All right. So let me write his name here. There you go. And that's for you, Amit. So congratulations, Amit. Very well done. Okay. So guys, congratulate him. Very well done. He has learned it the hard way. Yes, Aslam, I'll keep doing it. You guys don't want to score marks in UPSC, right? You actually want to get trapped, triple over, and then let me tell you, oh, that was stupid, and then like, oh man, this is so happening. All right, fine, Suman. Okay, guys, chalo. Take care. This is my Telegram. Okay, guys, anybody, please ping me and tell me what do you want me to share. Otherwise, I'll keep forgetting that. Okay. So this is the Telegram group link and channel link. Here I post my all upcoming YouTube videos and Unacademy classes. So tonight I don't have a 8:30 p.m. session, Suman, because my throat and my health was giving me a feedback that I should take some rest. So I have a 6 p.m. session on how to stay motivated during the UPSC exam, which you guys will need. This is the Telegram channel, so please be there at 6 p.m. On also which I post all my YouTube videos and upcoming sessions. So please join them to stay updated. All right? All right, Aslam. Okay. So thank you guys. Hope you have a very good day. And if you liked the session, please like the video, subscribe to our channel, Unacademy. Let's crack it UPSC CSE in English. And use my code SBUS to get an instant 10% off on any Unacademy subscription. Whatever course you take, you get an instant 10% off using my code SBUS. With that, folks, I'll close for today. Thank you and have a very, very good day. I hope you have a brilliant Sunday. All right? Good night, folks.